Very good morning to everyone. In this lecture EC8652 wireless communication, the unit 5 multiple antenna techniques. Today we are going to this topic partial multiplexing. First of all, the multiplexing is transmitting message from one or more transmitter to one or more receiver over the same medium. There are many domains of multiplexing available in the radio system, including the space, time, frequency, and also the wavelength. So, for example, in space division multiplexing, that is a SDM, it propagates the signal from different sources within the same medium. Thus, the basic concept of multiplexing is to divide or multiplex a data stream into the branches and transmitting them through the several independent channels. So you can find out the characteristics of space division multiplexing. What are the characteristics? It's a bandwidth, that is a no bandwidth expansions, and it need space time equalization in the receiver side, and also the data streams can be separated by equalizer, and it is a better alternative approaches to partial diversity method. So now we can proceed the partial multiplexing concept. This is the principle and operations of partial multiplexing. It is a several different types of data bits that is transmitted through the many independent partial channels. Now the input signal is to be transmitted is sent through the antenna elements as branches in wireless radio. The signal received via a receiver antenna elements, there is a feedback taken and feedback to transmitter for further analysis. The receiver signal is taken as output from the received signal. We can move to the, this is a basic principle of 2x2 partial multiplexing system. So in this system, the linear dispersion coding method, that is a combines parallel multiplexing with the transmit diversity. The first layer space time architecture, it was first space multiplexing system. The input signal is given to the layered branches, that is the bit of transmission of individual signal to modulated, and then we transmitted the each individual symbol of the time period. So the information is same information, but it can be transmit or it can be modulated to different types of time difference, that is a symbol durations. So that's a different symbol, that is a x1 and x2. Here we see the x1 and x2, we can two different type of signals. The two different type of signal, it can be mapped to the antenna elements. There is a x1 and x2, there is a transmitting the multi input antenna. So the signal will be through the medium, that is a wireless medium. So on the other hand, the receiver side, the y1 and y2 is a multi output, that is a received multiple received antennas to receive the signal in the in space and quadrature phase of the phase shift of the signal, that is a different time period of the each individual antennas. We received the two set of signals, that is a modulation and coding of signals are done and given to the modulo m unit, the transmitter through the antenna elements, and thus the data stream 1 to n is transmitted with the layered partial structure. So in this partial technique is also done with vertical, and the coding is not included horizontal. So at the receiver end, despreading, demapping and demultiplexing procedures are done. It also following the channel estimations. First of all, if find out the channel estimation, that is the coefficiency of the modulation index, and also we can find out the symbol estimation, different time period symbol estimation to recover the received symbol x1 bar and x2 bar to apply the demodulation process. After the signal will be getting the same information, that is a weighted same information will be provided. So in this method, that is in this partial multiplexing method, the symbol travel to the receiver antenna by way of four separated radio paths. So the received signal can be written as y1 is equal to h11. Here the h11, h12 is a h21 and h22 is a h parameters model, that is a 2-port or 4-port hybrid pipe model. So the y1 is equal to h11 x1 plus y h12 into x2 plus n1 y2 is equal to h21 x1 plus h22 x2 plus n2. So these are the two different symbol of time periods of different signals. So the x1 and x2 are the signals sent from the two transmitter antenna, and y1 and y2 are the arrived at the two receiver antenna. And also the n1 and n2 is a noise received noise and interference of the signal. And then we can estimate the hij, that is a imaginary real part of the symbol duration, that the transmitter symbols are attenuated and phase shifted as they travel to receive antenna I for the transmitter antenna J. In general, all the terms in the equation above are complex. In the transmitter and receiver received symbols xi, xj and yj are the noise in terms of ni, that is a real and imaginary part of the amplitude in space or and quadrature components level. This is a received side or transmitter side. Both are the equal to real and imaginary part. This is a one part is a real part as a in space, and imaginary part is a quadrature phase components. So each channel elements, that is denoted as a hij, the magnitude represent the attenuation of the radio signals. The phase represent the phase shift, that is a I, that is a I equal to alpha cos theta, and quadrature phase shift is equal to alpha sin theta. So it can be considered to estimate the constellation diagram. Now we will simply the example of by using the real number alone. We assume that the transmitter is modulated by using the binary shift keying, that is a BPSK model. In space components are +1 and -1, and quadrature components are 0. So these coefficients to demodulated in the receiver side. So we will also assume the radio channels can alternate or invert the signal, but does not introduce any other phase shifter. Now in this partial multiplexing system, there are two different category. It can be divided into two different broad category. So number one, open loop partial multiplexing and closed loop path multiplexing. So here the open loop partial multiplexing, there is a problem with the technical described above. Let us change one of the channel element, that is a h11, to give the following examples. That is a h11 is equal to 0.3, h12 is equal to 0.6, and h21 is equal to 0.2. h21 is a secondary transmitter. Okay, so second transmitter of the input channels, input signal, that's a 0.2, and h22 is a second received antenna, that is a 0.4. Now in this method to open loop partial multiplexing, we can find out the output of the channel estimation or symbol estimation, that is a x1 bar, x2 bar. So x1 bar is equal to h22 y1 minus H12 Y2 divided by H11 H22 minus H21 H12. And also similarly the same for another weighted signal of the another different symbol of period time. So if we try to estimate the transmitter symbol using the equation, we find out the H11 H22 minus H21 H12 is 0. We therefore end up dividing by 0, which is nonsense. So for choice of noise element, the technique has failed. So once again, the y1 and y2 is a received signal, that is a two port, that is a two different received antenna. So H11 x1 plus H12 x2 plus n1. So n1 is added with the unwanted ISI noises. So similarly the Y2, there is a received antenna 2, the H21 is a X1, the X1 of the signal, and the H22 is X2 is a X2 of signal, and also the N2, that is a N2 is a different time period of the interference noise signal. So the Y1 and the Y2 we can adding the external noise and the different time period of the received antenna at the end of the communication side. Now we can see what has going to wrong by substituting the channel estimation into the equation and writing the received signal as follows. So these are the final stage of y1 is equal to, so we can applying the input parameters of the signal 0.3, that is received signal is x1 plus 2 x2, the same as the y2, that is adding the noise signal in the second received antenna, that is y1 is added to the second antenna. So n1 y2 is equal to 0.2 into x1 plus 2x2 into plus n2. So these are the received signal of consolidated antenna of the antenna 1, that is a received antenna 1 y1. And also we can move to the another, by measuring the received signal y1 and y2, we were expecting the measurement to different pieces of information from which we would recover the transmitted data. This time we have to measure the same pieces of information, namely x1 plus 2x2 twice. As a result, we do not have yet information to recover the x1 and x2 independently. Furthermore, this is not just an isolation special cases. If H11, H12 minus H21, H12 is a two-port network of input and output of transmitting and receiving antenna side, it is small but non-zero. Then our estimation of x1 and x2 turn out to be badly corrupted by noise and are complex completely unusable. Now we can discuss the same criteria. The solution come from the known knowledge that we can still send one symbol at a time by the use of diversity process. So we therefore require a adaptive system. They use partial multiplexing to send two symbols at a time. The channel elements or will behave can fall back to diversity processing otherwise. So in order to receiver measurement, the channel elements are work out a rank indications which indicate the number of symbols that can be successfully received. That is weighting the coefficient and weighted factor of the each individual each individual received antenna systems. So you can analyze the rank indication to the transmitter side, that is a layer mapping side, and also the receiver rank estimation side. Okay, so now we can move to the another one, closed loop partial multiplexing. There is one remaining problem. Let us change two more of channels elements. So that is a parameter of channel, input channel, that is a input transmitter transmitting side of first point H11 is equal to 0.3. Second transmitting antenna is H21 is a 0.2, and then H12 is a received antenna of first antenna. This is a minus 0.3 minus 0.2. So this is a significant of sign symbol, that is a polarity of the phase will be differ from in transmitting antenna and also the receiving antenna. So this method is called as a closed loop partial multiplexing method. So how to find out the channel estimation and symbol estimation? These channel estimation are broadly behave in these conditions. The parameter of the H11 to H12 is a 0, but if we try to handle the situation in manner described above, the sending the same symbol from both transmitter antenna then the receiving antenna as following this category. And then we can move to the implementation issues. The spatial multiplexing is implemented in the downlink of light release 8 using a maximum of our transmitting antenna on base station and 4 received antenna on the mobile station. Therefore, there are simpler implementation issues to the diversity processing. So, what are the issues? The first issues is the antenna at the base station and also the mobile should be reasonably far apart. Ideally, a few wavelength of the carrier frequency or should handle the different polarization. If the antenna are too close together, then the channel element will be very similar. This can easily to take into the situation where spatial multiplexing were unusable and we had to fall back to the diversity process. Okay, so today this session is we are discussing the spatial multiplexing method in multi input and multi output antenna techniques. Now the next session we are going to discuss the transmitting and receiving diversity method of multi input and multi output antenna techniques. Thank you for watching this video.